Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Market Pulse. Today is the 12th, SpaceX Day. Like, this is a historic day. Not only did the whole SpaceX thing IPO, by the way, it went public today. That's called an initial public offering for those of you who don't know, but it's where shares can get offered to the public. And today it just went public a few minutes ago at 135 officially. First trade was right around 150. And the stock has gone up, and I'll show you a chart on that in just a second. But it's exciting because SpaceX minted 4,000 millionaires today. And those are the cooks and the baristas at SpaceX headquarters and the engineers and the people that have given up 10 years of their life to work for this company and took out some stock options and maybe took less in salary to be able to work there. Whatever it is, you can't say that somebody like Elon Musk does not provide value to society when you create 4,000 millionaires. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's not me, but 4,000 millionaires doesn't go to nowhere, right? It adds value to society because those people all go spend money and they create velocity of money into our society. So good luck to them. Congratulations to all of them. And now we have an opportunity to be involved in this amazing trade. And I'm going to show you the chart. In fact, I'll just pop it up here real quick, just so you can kind of get an idea of what is going on with SpaceX. So let me see if that's the wrong one. Stop sharing, share. Let me see if I can get it for you. Um, let's try this one. Okay, so this is SpaceX's minute by minute chart. You could see it went public here around 135 was the official price. They raised 1.75 billion. I've done 3 or 4 videos on this coming into this week and said, look, it's probably going to go up, but IPOs also get sold off, so be careful. Fortunately, it's doing what kind of I thought it would do, and it's gone up, and now the stock has gone from 135 which is the official IPO price, to 170, over 171 now. So exciting stuff going on in SpaceX. We've also minted today our first trillionaire in humanity, and that is Elon Musk, now worth over $1 trillion. And whether you like him or not, I happen to like Elon Musk. I think he does a lot of things for society. I think he's been creating some amazing value for us, and I think we'll look back if we're still alive, whoever's still alive 50 years from now and say he was the Edison, the Tesla, the Westinghouse, the Rockefeller, maybe all those put together of our time. And he created so much value for humanity. And whether it's just electric cars, which are the number one selling vehicle in the world, or the number two, depending on if you look at it, how you look at it, or the number one selling electric vehicle, uh, or robots that are coming up soon, or XAI and Grok and Twitter. And now we've got this whole space thing going on where you blanket the world with internet. You can't argue that this gentleman and his ideas and his teams aren't doing some things that are doing some world-changing stuff. And I think most of it's really good. And you can see it on the screen here. He's raised 75 billion. It's the largest IPO in history. More money has been raised today than was ever raised in an IPO, and more millionaires were made, and all these kinds of things are happening. So exciting stuff. It's now at 172. It's really fun to watch this. But let's talk about some exciting stuff going on in the market, because the market, contrary to SpaceX, is a little bit red here. So let's kind of delve into that. And we have this really cool tool that has come out that we put out. We're now an AI covered call education company. We now moved a lot of our platform into AI. We're really excited about it. Hopefully you can see that. One of those pieces of AI that you can have is called the Genius Market Timing Indicator. And this is a red, yellow, green light system. And something that I've been using for more than 15 years, and it's right about 75, 80% of the time. So when this thing says that the market is red, it's not the time to be buying stocks, because red markets tend to go lower. They don't all go lower, they tend to go lower. We're a probability based company. So you can see this is red. We've got 4 red lights. It's been red two days in a row after 3 yellows, blah, blah, blah. We're red. Bottom line is, be careful here. These markets can go lower. Sometimes they reverse. This one isn't reversing yet. Why? Look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been selling off for 8 days now. We had a nice healthy bounce here off the 50, so there's nothing wrong with that bounce. But we've got a little bit of negative action coming here, and if it doesn't hold this on volume, we could be headed lower, right? But it's holding the volume now, so we'll see what happens. The S&P 500 looks very similar, came back, filled the gap from, a couple of months, a month and a half ago, and now it's trying to bounce off of that. The Dow Jones Industrial Average looks even better, made an all-time high last week. It's kind of coming back on a healthy, didn't even go down to the 50, so this looks healthy. The New York Stock Exchange Composite Index also looks healthy. We got a bunch of healthy looking stocks on the big indexes, on the powerful indexes, and we got some on the tech indexes that are a little bit weak. So we've got a mixed bag leaning toward red. That tells me that you should just be really careful. The VIX is popping up. The VIX is a reversion to the mean indicator, and we are above the mean, which means we're in that little bit more panic area than not, right? We're not up at 35, but we are at 18 or $19, 19, we'll call it dollars, that's fine. And here's another thing. Apple is coming down. It gave back because of they're doing a deal with Google to have Google for $1 billion a year supply the AI technology for Siri. And we all know, if you ever have an iPhone, that Siri is not that good. And so they're finally spending some money with Gemini. Unfortunately, this is like the third time they've said they're going to make a deal with somebody and use their AI. But at the Worldwide Developers Conference this week, they didn't like the announcement, so the stock sold off. And this is why you can't chase stocks, guys. You've got to buy stocks at the right spot on the chart. And it came back and it's testing that right spot on the chart right now. So it doesn't look like a bad setup to me, but there's going to be a little bit more selling before we get a bounce the way I read the chart. So be careful on Apple, but Apple overall is going to be around for a long time. And I think they're smart to outsource their AI to Google Gemini rather than spend, try to keep up with all the other, legacy platform models that are all spending tons of money on these frontier LLMs. Okay, that's Apple. Nvidia is, I got to tell you, is not looking great. It's the most valuable company in the world. They're the poster child for AI, but they hit 236.54 right in this sell zone area, and they're back in the buy zone. Back in the buy zone is great. They're under the 50-day moving average, which is not so great. And this stock doesn't seem to be able to get out of its own way. And it's in this long consolidation period. I'm not saying it's in an official consolidation. I'm saying it's in a long consolidation period. And yeah, that could strengthen and go up even more. But there seems to be a lot of selling whenever this thing makes a new high. And I don't like all the red on this chart. I just don't. It's, for a company that's supposed to be the AI story, it is not acting right on the chart. And maybe it just has to get rid of the sellers. But I'm just giving you a little warning. We got a red market, and I don't like stocks that are under the 50-day moving average. It reminds me of Palantir. And if you remember, if you've been watching my channel for any period of time, I told you about Palantir. Don't chase it. Don't try to buy it here at the highs. It hit these highs, and these people that were buying it here around the $200 level are hurting down here at 130. They gave up, quite a bit of upside, or I guess to the downside. And you can see the stock starting to live below the 50-day moving average here, and it really hasn't recovered. Like it tried to recover. It certainly hasn't recovered. It's high. So this is what I try to tell people. Don't chase stocks just because they're hot. And that includes SpaceX today. Get into stocks at the right spot on the chart. I always say that it's the right stock in the right market at the right spot on the chart, and then we squeeze the juice. We collect the income from it from covered calls. Well, you got to buy it at the right spot. You look at your stocks and decide if they're at the right spot. Apple may be at the right spot. Palantir is not, right? Are we in the right market? Well, we're in a red market. That's not the market you should be looking for new buys, right? That's the market where you should be weeding your garden, cleaning up your portfolio, moving the lousy positions out and going to cash. At the right spot on the chart, the right stocks, you've got to decide if they're the right stocks, but buy quality. In these markets, quality holds up way better than really crappy ones that are just, the bottom's falling out of them. And then we squeeze the juice. So you're going to make income every time when you sell covered calls. And I highly recommend that strategy rather than watching your stock, waiting for it, because sometimes they just don't recover. All right, let's keep going. Broadcom had numbers last week, and I warned you that Broadcom could have a good numbers, but they might go down, and they did. And this stock has now dropped 100 and something points from its high right after earnings, even though the earnings, look at it, up 54%. But, a little bit of warning here, a little bit of whisper there. And, there's a lot of selling going on. There's a big gap down on volume. It takes a lot to make that up. I always try to get you to be prepared for those earnings moves so that you don't take on that extra risk. And some people listen and some people don't. And that's okay. That's what makes a market. SanDisk, all-time high. Again today, right around 2000, hit the $2,000 level, and it's popping back down. Interesting how those even numbers kind of work out, but nothing wrong with SanDisk. Boy, that's beautiful. A beautiful chart, and continuing to go higher with higher relative strength. Micron looks very similar, although it's had a little bit of corrective activity here with the market in the last week and a half. But Micron looks fairly strong as well. It's just these stocks are chasing because they're up at their all-time highs, and you don't want to be involved with that, being the one holding the bag at the high. AMD, I'll leave it here on that. AMD looks just as strong as the last two that I showed you. Of course, corrected a little bit, but didn't do it on incredibly excessive volume. And so now it's coming back down, and it didn't even go down until the 50-day moving average. So all in all, a lot of healthy stuff going on, even though the market is red. If you're in the right sector, markets get 32% of their action from being in the right industry, right sector. And so you want to be in the semiconductors. You want to be in the AI until that trade is over. And it's not over right now. But be careful, because Nvidia is telling us something. AMD is also telling us something, right? The market is red. That's telling us something. You got to put all this stuff together. That's why I spend time on Friday trying to paint a picture for you. And maybe you listen to me, maybe you don't, maybe you watch a bunch of other channels, and that's great. The more information you have, and the better your opinion can be. Don't listen to anybody else's opinion, even mine. I don't care. I want you to educate yourself with it. But it's just information. It's just an opinion. And I'm not telling you whether I think things are going up or down. I read stocks and I give you what I think are the probabilities. And probabilities doesn't tell you I don't ever say 100% probable. I don't ever say a stock's moving up or down. I just see the trend. And I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of thousands of charts, and you should too. So you can pick out these patterns as they pop up. All right, we've got a holiday next Thursday, Juneteenth. Next Friday, I should say. So you're going to have a short week coming up. And that's unfortunate for those of us who sell calls, because we get one day less of juice of income. But that's the way it goes. Seems like we have a holiday set up every month now. So we, I guess, are working less. Maybe that's a good thing. So that's that. Another announcement is on in late July. I'm putting on so that's next month, by the way. If we're just like 6 weeks out from this, putting on a really cool program called the Income Accelerator, where I show you how to sell covered calls, how to do the trades, how to protect them, how to do the trade adjustments, those kinds of things. If you're interested in that, I'd love to have you. It's an online training, 4 weeks in a row, 4 Wednesdays in a row, where we spend time together, but it's also driven by some video training, so that you get a really good knowledge, and then you get some mentorship by me over the period of time that we're together. So I'd love to have you there. We got an early bird signing bonus coming up. So look at the description below. There's a link, and then you can go right to the page and sign up. Love to have you. There's an early bird special going on too that you should sign up now if you want to do it. And that's it. I think I'll leave it at that. As always, I appreciate you sticking around with me while I yap for 15 minutes about the market. But the idea is that I'm painting a picture for you, and hopefully over time some of these things stick in, and you're learning something, whether we do business or whatever down the road or not. I always appreciate you being here. Have an awesome weekend, awesome holiday next week. If I don't see you, and take care. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next video.